you have people like Trump, or even like Alex Jones, who are saying, "Oh, they're trying to cancel me. They're trying to
Yeah.
cut me off the air," and then it happens.
Yeah.
Talk about reinforcing for anybody that's watching.
That's what happened to us with grilling. They, like they actually canceled us from grilling. And that's the whole thing. Like you see these like major issues that like you can't affect in any way. Like you are going to have no pull in if Alex Jones is or isn't on the air. But you can support a local cause. And that's the whole thing. Like you see these things like I'm not pro cigarette smoking at all, but you have to be 21 to smoke cigarettes now. Like that is a substantial overreach of the government. Like 18 is an adult. Like whether you like or don't like cigarettes, you have to let people be free to make those decisions. Or change the voting age to 21. Like you're not an adult until you're 21. Like I have a major gripe with that. Like you can go into the military and they'll trust you with millions of dollars of equipment. You go through basic and you get a job and whatever, they will put a gun in your hand and send you out there at 18. You can go to boot camp before. You can go to boot camp at 17. But you can't smoke cigarettes and you can't drink alcohol. Like those are the causes people should be fighting against, like actual freedom, not like some crazy fucking things. I don't even know. I have to check Dave White's Facebook and see what he has to say, what the latest issue is. Like of these make-believe things.
Why do you think people why do you think people are so involved in I guess you could say backing a president or something like, I don't know, QAnon, that type of thing, but they're not really concerned with war in Ukraine or why does it seem like the most serious things are ignored?
Because they find like there's so many people with problems. Like life's not easy, and these are the people that are telling you your problems aren't your fault, and they're just looking for an excuse, and that's their reason. For them to accept that you reap what you sow, they would have to take accountability. Like if you look at like their base, it's a lot of divorced, middle-aged men working in the same career, watching all these other people, getting exactly what they had. They live in a fucking house, these people live in a house. Like, and they don't realize, like, they could have made different decisions, or that's just how the world works. Like, you need to be a worker, and they hate that. And, like, the reason, like, I'm pissed too. Like, I don't get paid a shitload of money, and someone that works at McDonald's gets paid $20 an hour. Like, you can't get mad at that guy. You should get mad at the people paying you less.
There's a lot of complaining out there these days.
There's a ton of complaining.
On a local level, I definitely want to complain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I complain a lot. But it's all about local stuff. Like I complained that I got shut down for wings. And it wasn't even wings. It wasn't even wing night at the place I went to, but I would have went and bought wings. And I checked before, like I had a friend come down to the city, and I was like, let's go out and get some wings. Like we played softball got over at 8, and we were like, where can we go get wings? And I have a place I'd love to get wings at. Great wings. And I get on, it's like 8:10, I get on the thing, I'm like, oh, all right, they're open till 9. So we leave, when we get to town at probably 8:25, there's still a table sitting. And we go in, and the people are like, oh, we got rushed out. And I'm like, oh, shit. Well, I'll go see. Like, I want them to tell me they won't serve me. Maybe they will. And they're like, oh, we're closing early. And I'm like, what? I'm like, we have 3 people here. We're going to, I don't drink, but my 2 friends drink. They're going to get a couple drinks. Like, you're going to make money. That's your job. And they're like, oh, we're closing early. So I don't want to, like, flame a local business. But I know one of the owners, and the other owner reached out to me, and I know the whole idea with business is to stay open. Like, they might not have made that much off me, but like the next time, I'm like, hey, let's go there. We know they're open. And now 3 parties go there at 8:30. So like they just look at it as what they lost that night. Well, not them. It was one waitress. And then what really grinds my gears is I posted that, and she posted like a laugh emoji, and then like tagged another one of the waitresses in there with like a laughy thing. And it's like, there's all these people defending them, like, oh, it's a tough job. Like, you chose that job. It's not that tough.
And let's face it, wings are a serious matter.
It's huge.
Somebody, I mean, they're obviously not taking the wing eating community in any
No,
way
it was very
serious.
disrespectful. And the whole thing is like the owners reached out, like another restaurant reached out and said they're open. And it's like, they used to do it with stick practice. Like O'Malley School used to have like stick practice, whereas like you can wear like full equipment and play hockey. And like a lot of rinks all around the state have it, and there's like a good group of guys that go and they'll play on their lunch break, or you know, retired guys and they'll all play. And like, this was Christ 10 years ago. And they advertised stick practice, but like probably 1 out of every 3 times it would be closed for some reason. You go to a place, it's closed once, you give them another chance, but 2 times when they say they're going to be open and they're closed, you just stop going. Because if you're driving from out of town, when the fuck are you going to drive someplace if it might be closed? Like, I want a 90% chance the place is going to be open when they're supposed to be open, or I'm not going.
Yeah, I mean, even just here, I saw your post, and I gotta say, I was instantly enraged. My wife hid. It was one of those things where, you know, I was really hoping to go get some wings, and it's something that was just, you know, it's just, like you said, it's discouraging, and, you know, I don't know how, I mean, if I had my way, everybody, you know, every restaurant would you know, have a wing night, and, you know, it would be incredible to see an all-you-can-eat wing night, but maybe...
That'd be the dream. That would be the dream.
But you know, wings are just something special. There's no doubt they bring people together
Yeah.
in a way that other things just don't.
It's after COVID, we just, like, everything just got so soft, and now, like, no one should have to deal with any inconvenience, and, like, everyone should be like, oh, they have such a tough job, give them a break. You don't understand what it's like. I am giving them a break. The money I'm paying, that's the break. Like, I'm not asking for nothing. I'm asking just for what they advertised. Like, I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not there, like, arguing that I want a discount or think my meal should be free. Like, I was offered, like, free drinks and free wings. I'm like, I don't want any of that stuff. Like, I'm not complaining because I want something for free. Like, I don't want anything for free. Like, I just want this not to happen again. Like, giving me a free meal or a free drink or anything isn't what I wanted.
When I see the advertisement 50-cent wings, like, to me that immediately says to I immediately say, I would love to pound 100 wings. It's only $50. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if I could pound 100
No,
wings.
I always have, like, high expectations of my wing count. And I went and ordered, like, you got to get them at, like, 6 or something. So I ordered 24 wings, and they ended up accidentally putting in another 12. So I ended up with 36 wings. And I didn't even eat the first dozen because they're fucking monster wings at this place. The wings are incredible. Like, I mean, they could, like, punch me in the face when I walk through the door and then, like, kick me in the ass on the way out. And I'm still eating their wings because they're fucking phenomenal.
I'm intimidated by a large wing.
Oh,
I
it's
gotta
fucking-
say.
Yeah, like, I was thinking, oh, wing night, you're going to get these, like, wings the size of your thumb, but these are fucking jumbo wings. And the whole thing is, I'd had the waitress before, and my bill was, like, $20, and I think I left $50 on the table. You know, because it's like, I went out with, like, my girlfriend and her 2 kids, and, like, we all ate wings, and, like, it ended up being very cheap, because they didn't need a ton of wings, I didn't need a ton of wings. So, like, usually with that, you tip on what it would be anyways, but the waitress ends up with that whole tip, and, like, you think they'd be like, oh, these people are big tippers. You know, I'm going to walk out, I'm going to probably spend 20 minutes, half an hour, and make $30. I'm saying the one thing this world needs is more wing nights. More wing nights.
I think the world would be a better place.
Yeah. And, like, I personally don't drink. But, like, when I think wing night, I think, you know, you go there and, like, throw back a couple cold ones and eat some wings. And it will get people out on a weeknight. Like, you might not go out on a Tuesday night. But if you know you can get 50-cent wings, Like you get out there and do it.
I'm all for it, and yeah, let's calling all restaurants. Call all local restaurants.
Hello, how are you? I need more wing nights.
Wing night. Let's do it. Let's have it. Let's have all the wings. Let's bring them out, restaurants. Bring them out. Wing nights.
I want to do like a Phantom Gourmet too, where I just try wings and they don't know who's doing it. You know, so I think I'll have to like dress up somehow so they won't know it's me. Because that's a problem with the Phantom Gourmet. Everyone knows the Phantom Gourmet. Like I saw a thing that's like, oh, the Phantom Gourmet is going to be at the Causeway. Like you're not a Phantom if they know who you are. Like I watched the Phantom of the Opera. The whole plot of the movie was they didn't know who the Phantom was. Like you did, but like the people in the movie didn't know who it was. Like it defeats the whole purpose of it. Like think about how many movies would be ruined. Like Scream, you didn't know who the killer was until the end. If they told you right off the bat, this is the killer, it ruins the whole movie.
Sounds like we might need decoys.
Yeah. I need a body double.
Body double.
Yeah. Or I'll wear like a Zorro mask so they don't know who it is.
Yes.
And a hat. But yeah, that's what we need. We need I mean, if we could have a pie eating contest and a wing eating contest, or like some kind of a wing off, like you bring the best wings and we test them, like that's what we need. That should be the first competition for winners, is a wing contest. And we'll just find like the randomest people to judge them. Like no food critics, because I don't care about a food critic. How do you become a food critic? If you're not like 600 pounds, I don't believe you're a food critic. Because you got to be eating and you got to eat everything to know what's good. Like just because you're like fancy and wear like a collared Vineyard Vines shirt, you know, and a belt, the tucked in shirt, like, that's not impressive. I want to see you with stains on your shirt. You know, I want to look at your beard and see like pieces of food from 2 weeks ago. That's a food critic. Someone just eating food.